feel the heart, feel the freedom.
I was thinking about restlessness and fantasies, all these thoughts. If you're always somewhere else. How come we are so restless and what to do about it?
First thing is actually we are living in the restless society environment. So our whole environment is restless. In the town, in the villages, in the offices, even in the house, even if you watch the TV, well, we all are restless. So it comes to our mind, it comes to our life. So that's very normal, because all the societies, we are just one cell of the society. So that's we have to accept the nature of the society and its influence. Second thing is we create some there is some two kind of restless that the first thing is the society. If you are in the middle of the crowd, if the crowd is restlessness, then we are automatically restless without having any reason. There is no purpose to be restless, but it happens automatically, mechanically. So we can be aware about it and say this is a useless restless. I don't have to do anything. There is no hurry. So why I become restless? Why I am running? Why I am doing things fastly? Why I am expecting things quickly, instantly? There is nothing important at the moment. So if you don't have any personal need, you can try to calm down. And the other thing is, yes, I have to do so many things. There are some targets, goal, achievements, and always when we see the clock or timetable or the diary or the calendar, we are running behind the time. So then automatically the restlessness is the reaction to that competition between the time and ourselves. So it is actually the restlessness comes because of we are fighting against the time. We are try to overcome to the time. I have met so many people. They have watches in their hand, and if I see closely, you can there is a you can measure seconds. And I ask, how many times do you need it in your life? Never. Nobody wants that seconds to exactly. Maybe for the train, I don't know in the West, but normally we don't need. So that's the thing. What is happening to our modern society? We are dividing time. What is time? Time is a concept. So we create concepts which is not very important, but finally we have become a victim of our own concepts. So if you can make if you can manage about your activities, or for tomorrow, what I have to do, what is the first thing, second thing, third thing, and what are the priorities I have to think or I have to do. So if you can make a kind of a program, or if you can like a managing your schedule, and you can think how much time needs to this number one, number two, number three, approximately, and we can make a good plan. But don't forget, this is just a plan, and reality should be different. So there are some unexpected things can happen, or sometimes we have to do again and again things. So please make some space for unexpected things in your program, in your schedule, in your agenda. Nothing is happening according to my wishes. Sometimes yes, sometimes not. And each time we are doing one thing, either thinking or talking or doing something, just one thing. So if you do one thing, there is no need to be restless, no need to be in stress. But what is happening? Yes, I am reading a book or I am writing an article, but I am thinking about how many articles I have to write, or how many books I have to read it, or how many jobs I have to do today or in this week. So if you are going to think like that, then all the pressure is coming to this article. But this article is a simple thing, not heavy, a light job. But we can't experience that lightness. We can't do this thing with a relaxed mind and body because the waiting list is there. That's why the, that being present is very important. Yes, I am doing this article now, or I am doing this job now, I am cooking this curry now. It doesn't matter how many curries I have to cook, how many times I have to cook in my life. That doesn't matter. But at the moment, I am doing this. So can I enjoy it? Can I pay my full attention to this? This is the only thing I have to enjoy at the moment. So, but if we miss that opportunity, we can't enjoy our life. Then we need something else to enjoy. Because life is too much pressure, too much stress. Life is very restlessness. So we have to go somewhere where the life is not there to enjoy. And the third thing is, yeah, we can plan things, but we can't do sometimes. That is the nature of uncertainty. So we have to open to uncertainty. And other practical thing is what we can do when you know that you are restlessness. Try to feel your breath and see the difference. When you are calm down, how is my breath? And now I am restlessness. So see the heaviness of your breath. See the feel the deep breath, and listen to it while rather than thinking about that external factors which is making you restless. So if you be with your own breath, the breath will help you to calm down, at least to get rid of the stress surrounding for a temporary, for few seconds. So if you train yourself to watch your breath time to time, at least once an hour, then you can start again with fresh mind. Otherwise we are carrying restlessness from morning to the afternoon, from afternoon to the evening, to the night, and to next day, to next week, to next month, and to next life.
I think I am ready now with the technical stuff. Is it okay? I'm sitting
Yeah,
with this.
it's okay.
Oh, I have big questions for you.
How big? Like Everest.
Yes. Shall I take the biggest one first? What is the meaning of life?
Wow. It depends on your point of view. According to Buddhist point of view, to understand about the meaning of the life is the great meaning. You can use the life to understand about the life. What is it? So it's a great school. Life is a great laboratory to do your own experiment.
But and why do we suffer?
Yeah, because we don't learn about it. We don't learn how to live. We live without knowing. Like if you drive a car without knowing how to drive, you are going to suffer, and car is going to suffer, and others are going to suffer. Because of that ignorance, because of that misunderstanding, we are suffering. We think if we can fulfill our all dreams, I can be happy, I can be satisfied. But nobody can fulfill their all desires, because desires are unlimited thing. If you ask somebody what do you need, he or she may give a list, maybe 10 or 15. But if you give all the list, but after the list, after the 1 second or 1 minute or 1 day, the list can extend. So it can go again and again, and all, no limit, no limitation. So you can't fulfill that your likes, and you can't avoid whatever you dislike, whatever you don't like. So there is no supermarket that supermarket can fulfill your house, your room, your cupboard, your fridge, your car, but not your mind. Your mind is bigger than all the supermarkets in the world.
And how should you do then?
Yeah, normally we are looking at bigger supermarkets. We are looking at modern things. We are looking beautiful things, but we never look our mind. So if you want to find a permanent solution, you have to turn back into your mind and see who wants this. Why do you want this? What is the wrong if I don't buy this, if I don't get it this? So we have to ask these questions directly from ourselves, from our heart, from our mind, rather than become a slave of our own likes, own mind, or victim of our own mind. So if you are going to challenge to your mind in a friendly way, not to punish to your mind, to just to challenge to your mind, and if you can make a kind of a wise dialogue with your mind, then you can understand the nature of the mind, and you have energy to say yes or no to your mind in a wise way. Otherwise, all the time we have to say yes to our mind, whether you want or not. If you say no, then you have to suffer. So what is actually happiness and unhappiness is whatever mind asks, and if you do, mind give a gift called happiness. That is happiness. Whatever mind asks you to do, and if you can do it, then mind is giving a gift to you. It called happiness. And whatever mind asks you, and if you don't do, if you can't do, then mind is punishing you, and the punishment called unhappiness.
But the mind is there's so many thoughts in the mind.
Yeah.
Which thoughts should I listen to?
Yeah, so many thoughts, full of thoughts in the mind. So at the beginning, in the beginning, we can choose. We have a choice. We can choose. Some thoughts are actually they just come and go, like just thought, like now evening. That's a thought. So it doesn't affect us. It just come and go. But some thoughts are emotional thoughts. So first, I think better to listen to the emotional thoughts, because they are powerful. They are they are forcing you to do this or that. So that is dangerous thing. So we have to careful with our emotional thoughts.
And what should I do with the thoughts? Should I just notice it, or?
Yeah. First we have to notice it. Oh, there is some emotion, there is some urge, there is some energy in my mind. And then we can look that energy is going to which direction, or what is the message, or what's the command. So we have to make a good friendship with our mind to do this experiment, to do this exam. Not going to against it. It's another emotion. We can notice it, and we can do some investigation about it. The interesting thing is, actually, if you are looking, if you are noticing your own emotions, or if you are going to make a dialogue with your own emotions, actually emotions, you can create some space between yourself and the thoughts. That is a big help. Otherwise there is no space in your mind, or between yourself and the emotions, between yourself and the thoughts. When the thought comes, you are the thought, you are the emotion. When the anger comes, you are anger. No space. Your eyes are getting angry, your thoughts are getting angry, your words are getting angry, your each step, your each cell getting angry. But if you are going to notice it, you need some gap. So you can create some space between the anger and yourself. Then anger can't overcome. So anger is there, but it's a different anger. Not anger can't be your boss anymore. The equal level.
And what should you do when you're angry then?
Well, you can do many things. The what is happening automatically, mechanically, when you are get angry, you are thinking you are right, because there is some incidents, some things going against yourself, going against your wishes, going against your expectations, going against your likes. So I have to get angry. That's normal. I have a right to get angry. But you don't have right to suffer. So don't justify your anger. You said it's right. So don't justify it. That is very important. This anger is there because that man is blaming me or whatever. The reason we can see, but don't say anger is right. There is no right anger. You can't say that. The other important thing is, you can listen to your body while you have anger. You can listen to your heartbeat. You can listen to your breathing. Then you can see how the body is suffering when you have anger. So you don't have right to suffer, punish to your body. Poor heart. Heart is helping you all the time, 24 hours. Nobody helps you like that. So when you listen to your heart, when you listen to your breathing, and when you are aware about the rhythm, the speed, the anger is getting less and less.
Is it always wrong to act in anger?
Wrong means it's not a wise thing. I can't say right or wrong with to act with anger, but it's not wise thing, because anger is acting, not you. You are becoming a tool, instrument. Anger is playing you. So that's why after you act, and when the anger is leaving, you have guilt. Oh, why? What I did? I shouldn't do this again. Because you don't want to do this. Anger wants to do it. And anger can't do without you. So you can do things. Sometimes we have to do things. Sometimes hard thing, tough thing. We can't act always smoothly, softly, gently. That's true. But can we be tough without anger? That's the challenge. That's the skillful way. We have to run sometimes to catch the bus or train. No? Yes, but can I run with peaceful mind? Mind doesn't need to run. The body needs to run, not the mind.
Anger is difficult.
Yeah, it is difficult. It is difficult, but we can we can work with it. At least after the anger, when you are calmed down, after maybe 1 hour or after 1 day or after 1 week, when you are calmed down, please recall to that memories, that past memories, that past incidents, and try to look it with calm mind, without anger. Then you can understand what was happened, why I have got anger, and you can see some doors, some space that if I have some way to act without getting anger, without being angry.
I was also thinking about change. Life is changing, and sometimes I find it very hard to accept.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about this? What do you do with memories?
Can you give an example about
For example, I was married. I told you.
Yeah.
Yes, and we divorced, and we had nice life. I had success with my job. We were thinking of children, blah blah blah, and then she got very sick, and everything fell apart, and you know this, and And now it's like you have to begin again.
Mm-hmm.
All this falling in love again, finding new job, uh, new life, maybe new place. And then you do it again and again, and it's like, what can you do with? It's difficult to be present when you have all these memories with you
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah, that's true. If your first marriage is successful and if it never
Stop.
stop,
And
are you happy now? Will you happy? If
oh no, it was so many things. No,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's the nature. Mm. And you will be bored if you have to see same person every day. If you have to do same job every day with same people, with same machines, at the same place. So actually the changing is energy for the life, like a day, night, day, morning, sleep. We think, oh, new day, this morning, the fresh day. So it gives some energy. Otherwise, utterly bored. We are.
Yeah, but I mean also it's like if you have, for example, a new relationship,
Yeah.
and then you think, oh, I know this is going to end anyway, so it's a bit, that's maybe really pessimist view from my side now, but it's like, how can you deal with change when you know everything is changing all the time, and how can you feel happy about the now? The
Yeah. So the changing is we can't stop. Everything is changing. Even flower, even the trees, even the sky, moon, sun, the earth, your friends, your body, and your mind. We can't stop it because it's not belongs to us. It belongs to the nature or to I don't know to whom, but we can't do anything. That's the everything is changing. So that's why we make plans. We make plans because we know that things can change. Otherwise, what is the meaning of the plans? What is the meaning of the expectations? So how do we relate to the changes? That is the important thing. We can just surrender to the changes and oh, what to do? I am going to die. So if I get medicine, no, not one day I am going to die. So better to not to take medicine. So that is the negative attitudes towards the sickness. Yes, I am sick, and if I get the medicine, 90% I am going to cure. But after 15, 20 years, I am going to die. That's sure. So no one can find medicine for the eternal life. So I think that is the part of the depression states. So it doesn't matter with the changes or not. If you are depressed or depressed mind, think everything is in a negative way. Even if nothing change, they depressed about it. Oh, everything is same. Nobody changed. Nothing changed. Same taste. Oh, what is the nature of the world? Meaning of the world? I don't want to live this world because like that. So it is not something wrong. It is not wrong about the changes. And the other part of your question is what we can do with our memories. Yes. So we have actual memories and emotional memories. So actual memory is that the facts about the fact. So if somebody will ask from both of us tomorrow what was happened yesterday 4:30 to 5:30, we can say, oh, we had a discussion. That is actual memory, and both of us can agree about it. No, if you say that, I say yes. But if I say, oh, we have a lovely discussion, maybe you don't feel it, so then we have disagreement. We are not agree about it, because that memory is emotional memory. So I think the problem is emotional memory, not the actual memory, not the facts about the past. So emotional memory is something we create things, and it is change. So maybe after 1 week we think, oh, it wasn't lovely, and after 1 month, oh, it's very bad, like that. So it can change, the emotional memory can change, but about the same incident. So that's why that is very interesting exercise in the meditation, to see same incident from the different point of views. Can I see this as a very beautiful thing, and can I see this as a very ugly thing? Can I see this as a very interesting and meaningful and meaningless? So that is a very good exercise that we have to do with same object. So if you can do that exercise, we can do with our past. We can change our emotional memory, not the incidents we can't change, but how do we see it, we can change. That's the very important thing we have to practice about our past. Otherwise, past is coming as a ghost each time. So we have to think, we have to look it, we have to see it in a different way, in a wise way. So we can do. And other thing is, when you remember about your dreams, what you have seen in the night. Some dreams are beautiful, some dreams are nightmares. At the dream, when you are dreaming, when you are become a part of the dream, actually the dream is real, it's true. And we react to the dreams as we are reacting to the real life. There is no difference. But if you awake, when you wake up and think about it, we know it's a dream. So we are not reacting to it. After 1 day or 2 days, when you remind about the dream, it's a dream. Nobody chased me to attack me. It's a dream. And when you think about your past, there is not much differences between remind about the past and remind about the dreams. Nothing happened now. Nothing can affect now. So, in a deep level, our childhood time is our dream. Now it's a dream. We had a dream about our childhood. We had a dream about our past relationship. It's a nice dream. But now, dream has finished. That's the nature of all dreams. So we are looking a new dream now. So after 1 week, finished. This dream is finished. Will be finished.
And the other thing is that if you don't think about the past, then you may have a lot of thoughts, a lot of dreams about the future. And all this prevents you from being present. And what
Yeah.
what do you think about all this planning and
Yeah.
thinking about the future?
Yeah. So actually, what is past? Past, you can't find past without your mind. There is no past in your diaries or in the calendars or in the museum. No past. It's in your mind. And past is a present thought. What is yesterday? You can't find yesterday without thinking about yesterday. So each time when you think about yesterday, it's a present action. No? But we don't know it. We think we are living in yesterday. We forget about the present. We forget about here and now. Then yesterday, that forgotten, that ignorance, is giving life to yesterday. Then yesterday is a real for me. So living in the present is, you can think about yesterday, but you are thinking about yesterday. You are here, you are now, you are living in today, in here. But you just think about, like you are watching or you are looking at album, photo album. There is nothing happiness or unhappiness in the photos. You can see a photo album of a wedding, and you can see a funeral. But you can't say this album is very joyful and this album is sorrow. It's in your mind, not in the album. So same thing, it's suffering and unhappiness, or happiness and unhappiness are not in the thoughts, not in the memories. How do you react to it? Same thing about the future. We can make a plan about tomorrow if it is necessary. We can think consciously, oh, I have to think about tomorrow, about this trip. So yeah, we can make a plan very consciously. So, do you have to do something? So after make a plan, we can read again and edit again and whatever, and we can make a final decision about it. Then close the file. Otherwise, whatever we are going to do, then the file is coming, and without full stop. So each time when it comes to our mind about future plans, while we are eating or while we are thinking, or then again we are going to re-editing, re-adding, changing, deleting. It's an endless job. We can't sleep, we can't drive. So please do consciously and close it. And when it comes again, just know, I have done. So it's finished now. I don't have to think about it again. So you can use expectations, and you can use your memories with awareness.
So you should try to, when you think about something, to try to finish thinking about it, to come to a conclusion.
If you need to come to conclusion, yes. And you can revise again. Again you can think, not once or maybe 3 times. And when you're satisfied, when you know that I did, it's completely.
And sometimes you can have a problem you think about all the time. You cannot drop the problem because it's this side in you says yes, this side says no, yes, no, yes, no, and the facts are the same, and you cannot decide.
Yes. Sometimes if we think 1 hour or 1 day or 1 week, There is no solution. So try to postpone to think about it. That is also a very intelligent thing. If you can't find a solution, please postpone. I will think about it, no, but not today. So when it comes to your mind again and again, just say, yes, I know it's very important to think, but not today. Next week, I will think. Or otherwise, you can speak with somebody about it. Otherwise, just thought is a mess after.
Another question is about loneliness, the feeling of loneliness. How to make friends with yourself, how to accept that you are alone.
Well, there is a difference, big difference between loneliness and aloneness. Loneliness means it's a reaction to 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 something which was here but now it's not here. Maybe a friend, maybe a book, maybe some teledrama or film or whatever. So it was your part of life, but it has left, and then there is a vacuum around you. So that is loneliness. Maybe a friend, he left, or you don't have to do anything now, nothing to do. So it's around you there is a vacuum, space, and it's unpleasant. That is loneliness. So no excitement, no interest. There is no value for your life. Nobody interest. And I am not interested in anything. It's a part of the boredom. Bored. But aloneness it is the nature of the life. So we are here now. But you are thinking alone, and I am thinking alone. You can't think for me, and I can't think for you. I can't eat for you. So that's the nature. So to understand about the nature is different. But to react to the that vacuum is different thing.
I think many people in the West feel this vacuum.
Yeah, because there is in the West you live individually. The individual society is there. You are the important person, and you are the only person. There are so many other people, million of, but you are separate. The separation is very strong in the West, but in the East, too much society. If you are in the bus, or you don't want to know who is next, but you can talk about like a lifetime friend, and it's too much. And too much loneliness in the West, and too much society in the East. In the East. So but anyway, all are experiencing loneliness. Even when you are Asian or European, it doesn't matter, because it's a human experience. So we have to find a time for ourselves. We don't do normally. We can't find a time consciously. I want to experience loneliness. I don't want to watch the television. I don't want to read the book. I don't want to make a phone call. I don't want to go for a walk. Or I don't want to meet that friend. I can do everything. Yes, I can meet that friend. I can read book. But with all the opportunities, we had to find time. No, I don't do anything. I want to listen to myself. I want to be with myself. If you choose that opportunity with all the chances to run away from yourself, we have to, if you choose that opportunity, we are going to learn to live with ourselves. Otherwise, all the time we are escaping and run away from ourselves. And when we have to live with ourselves, we have to live with unknown person. We don't know who, and it's a very unpleasant experience. So we have to make a friendship. Without making friendship, we can't see that myself is my best friend. So it's a gradual process. Step by step, we have to recognize ourselves. We have to recognize my feelings, my behavior, my habits, my pattern. If you want to make a good friendship with somebody, you have to learn about him or her. You have to study about her or him to make a good friendship, good relationship. So same thing we have to do with ourselves. It's a long-term project. So we have to start.
To take time.
To take time, yeah. So please give some time each day, at least 10-15 minutes, to listen to your heart, to listen to your body, to listen to your self, to understand about who is this and how far I can friend with myself and which is the difficult areas. Everybody has difficult areas. So we have to know about it and how far I can accept it and how far I can change it.
You know, last year I was depressed when we met. I had this. I was sick. On sick leave. I didn't work, and so we were talking before about a depressed mind and that everything seems meaningless and you don't feel, everything is grey in a way. It's like nothing really touches you or it doesn't feel so much. So What is your advice to someone who is suffering from depression? How to change these
Yeah.
negative thoughts?
Yeah, so we can see a big difference between when you are suffering and when you are depressed. When you feel sad and when you depressed. Because when we are suffering, we like to express our suffering. We like to cry. We like to talk about our problems. We like to share our suffering with others. It's it's coming. It's talking. But when we depress, we don't want to talk. We don't want to share with anybody. We don't want to express it. Because when we depress, actually we lost in our depress. There is no confidence. We can't trust anybody. Nobody can understand me. Nobody can share me. Nobody can give solution. Nobody can understand me. Like that. So there is no energy to talk to anybody, because to talk to somebody we need trust, we need attention, we need confidence. So when you depress, we lost everything. So actually the depression is creating a jail around you, like a prison around you. So if you know about it, you can put some effort to come outside. You need some energy to talk to somebody. Maybe no solution, but that effort is important. You can come outside. That's the very important thing. Uh, not in the inside the depression, not living inside the depression. Uh, Second thing, we can related to the first thing. When we depress, actually we want to go to my room and lock the door and be alone. That's very common thing. When people depressed, they want to be alone and suffering. You can be alone and enjoy it, but when you depress, you can't enjoy. You want to, because you see there is no interest, nothing interesting. There is no interest in the TV or people or reading book or go for a walk. No interest. It has gone. It's disappeared. So everywhere is dark. When you think about your past, it's dark. Future, it's dark. Present is dark too. So you want to come, you go to your room and lock the door and suffering alone. So my first advice is, please come outside. Don't be alone. At least you can come to the garden. You can share your feelings with the trees, with the earth, with the sky, with the water. Just come outside and feel the nature, feel the earth, feel the trees, feel the flowers, feel the water. And it helps you to remind you that you are not alone. And you can feel some kind of attention, love, not from the people, maybe from the nature. That's very important. That's the simple step that everybody can do. Don't be alone. That's not good. And if you can find a person, better to talk. Not to take advice. The depression people, they don't like to get advice. So no need to get advice. Just somebody who can share, like a sponge, who can absorb things. And the third thing, if you know how to meditate, you can try to meditate a little bit. But you can't start meditation. You can begin the practice when you're depressed. It's difficult. But if you know how to meditate, at least if you know how to do walking meditation, know how to do hearing meditation, know how to do feeling your physical sensation, you can do, but not inside. You can come outside with open eyes. That is very important, because when you close your eyes, you close your heart too. If you know some kind of meditation, you can try, but not like looking inside. That is not good. You have to just feel in things. You can feel your body. You can walk a little bit fast and feel the walk, or you can see things. You can see the sky, clouds, and be with that vision, visual meditation. Or you can hear the nature, the birds, or wind, and focus your full attention to that. So what is happening if you do that kind of meditation? What is happening is you can some movements that you can experience. There is no depression. This is very important thing. Otherwise, whatever you see depression. Whatever you think about depression. So you think everyone is depression, but if you do this kind of meditation, that meditation show us some moments, some minutes, there is no depression. That is very important. Then depression is not an eternal thing. It's a permanent, not permanent. It's there, but sometimes it's not there. The other thing that we can do is, we need some energy for that, but I ask those people to think something good about yourself. Can you find some good qualities of yourself, good skills, some positive aspect of yourself, or positive aspect of your good friends? Can you see? Can you feel it? Can you appreciate it? Otherwise, always we see negative things, black things. So we need some energy. That's why if somebody is asking you to do, then easy to do when you're depressed. So you need a friend. So better to not to wait until you're depressed. If you can learn meditation a little bit and find a good friends who can share with you, who can understand things, it's very important when we sick.
Yeah, I think a lot of depression comes from not liking or loving oneself and feeling very alone. And life is meaningless. That nothing is. No point.
No point to live. Yeah.
And there is no point, maybe. Or is there a point?
Yeah, whether there is a point or not, no need to depress. If there is point, yes, we can enjoy. If there is no point, we have to depress. That is, I think, a very primary attitude.
I think it was what I was doing when I was depressed. I was, I thought, I have to go traveling. I have to see nature. I have to see new things. Even if I don't feel anything. I just have to meet new people, if you travel alone, you have to talk to people, because otherwise you cannot get room, food, or
Exactly.
you cannot stay in your room and never talk to anybody. So this is why I went away.
Yeah, you are lucky.
I will not feel anything, I don't feel happy, and I don't care about anything, but at least I know this may be working. In 3 months, maybe I feel different.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
that is very important.
Yeah, it's true about the jail. I think I was feeling something the first time for a long time when I was traveling with a guy on a motorcycle in the night in Bombay. For 3 hours we were motorcycling, and it was like weird, very fast, very dangerous, very uh, strange situation. But and but it was interesting. So, that just to say that I needed a lot of input to actually feel alive. So
Yeah. Yeah.
now it is different. I don't need that. I don't need to go on with a stranger on the bike, motorcycle.
To make a good friendship with ourselves or with anybody else, we have to accept ourselves or others just as they are, without thinking how should be. Always we have that imagination or projection. How should be this book? How should be this movie? How should be today? Or what should be? We are not thinking how is this person? How is this book? How is this food? So always we try to touch things, we try to experience things with preoccupied mind. We have a picture in our mind, and we try to compromise that picture and reality. That's the big clashes in the world. So first we have to experience the reality. Then we can see whether I want it or I want to change it. But first step, what is it? Then there is no fight, no conflict between myself and my mind or my life.